This video is sponsored by Be Quiet and their new Pure Loop all-in-one liquid coolers. Pure Loop is the water cooling unit of choice for all price-conscious users that seek high performance and silent operation. Numerous features like the doubly decoupled pump and the Be Quiet Pure Wings 2 fans make sure the Pure Loop is silent and reliable, while the white LED illumination and the all-black design set high standards in appearance. Check out the links in the description, and thanks to Be Quiet for sponsoring this video. What's going on, hookahs? It's Timmy Joe making videos, computers, things and stuff. And as you saw from that intro, this computer was magically transformed into a gaming computer. Ooh, but that's already happened. We're in the past now to do an intro for real. So, me and my old buddy, Dawid Does Butt Stuff. That's what I call him in my phone. Dawid does tech stuff. We're friends. We talk on the text messages, and we've been looking to do a little project together. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber that's surpassing me in subscribers and stuff in about a fraction of the time. So you know Dawid, he's a good guy. So we have very similar kind of video styles and stuff like that. So we thought we'd do a little crossover, and initially we were going to do a cardboard box PC challenge, but he bailed on it. Had a lot of stuff going on at the time and whatever, but we're here now with a proper challenge. I like this idea better. This is a fun challenge. This is the $250 USD gaming computer challenge. Winner takes all. No, I don't know. There's no consequences for winning or losing. It's just a fun game. You guys are going to get to participate too. This whole thing's scored out of 100 points, and you guys get to decide 20 of those points. There's going to be a straw poll in the description. Watch through this video first though, then go watch Dawid's, then go vote, because whoever gets the most amount of points, I bet it'll be Dawid. Anyways, wins 20 points and has a better chance of winning this competition. So, what were the rules? $250, doesn't matter where you get the parts as long as you can prove you bought them. And I have some stuff in front of the table here. And I'm going to say, $250 USD budget is not a very easy budget to come up with a real decent gaming PC unless you really stumble across some good deals. Online, it's really bad right now. Everyone wants a premium for everything on eBay just because of the situation and stuff like that. So I had to resort to local stuff, and I think that's what Dawid did too, but I don't know much about what he did. I think he might have did the opposite from what he was, kind of hinting at that I did here, but we'll see. So I went out hunting for some parts, and the first thing that popped up, I wanted to do like an overclocking computer. I quickly realized it was going to be very hard to do that. Like I thought maybe even going Core 2 Quad, like Q6600, and like some old system, try and find something like that, and then maybe match a decent graphics card with it. But I found this first. I know this could be many video cards. This is a GTX 1660 Ti. I know, right? I know. It seems like maybe if you're in the States, that's not too expensive of a graphics card. These are $350 new in Canada, or in and around there like that, Canadian. So when I saw this for $200, I had to have it. I even bought one about 6 months ago, like this exact model, and I think I paid $260 for it, and I still thought that was a good deal. I got this for $180. The guy showed up, $200. I was still hoping to talk him down a bit. He had just bought an RTX 3080. And you could tell he just came into some money or something. He didn't care what he was getting for this. He was just getting rid of it. And he took $180 for it. So here is a really good baseline. But there were some issues, and I was taking some gambles doing this. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. But it did work out. So I had to shape the system around this with not very much budget left. The total budget's like 300 and something dollars Canadian, and I'm already at 180 with this thing. So I scoured the Kijiji for weeks, and then I found this guy. And I kind of knew I was gonna have to go pre-built, which is very funny because that's what Dawid's specialty is pre-built gaming computers. So maybe he came up with the same idea, maybe he did the opposite, I don't know, but here we are, an Acer Aspire to match with our 1660 Ti. Now, there are a couple of issues here that I was worried about, and they all worked out. So pretty awesome stuff. But to get to this system, it was listed for $200. And I talked the guy down another 40 and got it for $160 Canadian. What are the specs on it? I was worried too, but thankfully there's a sticker on the side of what the specs are, so I didn't have to worry too much because the listing was ambiguous. I saw the Core i5 sticker in the pictures, but that was about it. But it's a Core i5 4440. This is a very bad quad-core processor that, to keep a low TDP, has a boost clock of like 2.9 or 3 gigahertz or something, I think. Pretty bad CPU. It also has an AMD Radeon HD 8570 2GB GPU in it. So this actually had a dedicated graphics card in it. I'm a badass. We'll save this. I'm not going to break this. Save this for another day. This is interesting. Whoops. Anyways, so we'll take that out of there. It has 1 terabyte hard drive, and we don't have any money left. Actually, we're over budget. So to do an SSD, it's just not in the cards. 8 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. I bet that's 1333 memory. So the lot of you out there are going, there's no way that's gonna work. It is. Don't worry, I already tested it. Pull this open, take the graphics card, kind of get it behind the hard drive there. Get it in there kind of as straight as you can. Poking it at the back. Fits in like a glove. How many watts is this power supply? Total output should not exceed 300 watts. That's actually not terrible. I thought it was worse than that. But we needed to do some fan jangling to get her working. So I already had these cables. This is 2 SATAs to 6-pin that goes to an 8-pin. You can actually buy this cable all by its lonesome for $6 on Amazon. So we're just gonna add that to the budget. That puts us pretty over. We're at like $268 or something like that. So I had to come up with some stuff. So I'm going to, we'll talk about the lights. These are from my pumpkin. There it is. My wife bought these for our pumpkin at the dollar store. They were like $3 each, so $6 for 2 of them. And then, they actually do RGB, and they have one of these little remotes. I'm gonna cut out this grill, and then I'm pretty sure you could find I don't know, what is this? 5-inch by like 8-inch clear piece of plastic somewhere if you really looked for free. I happen to have this leftover piece of acrylic from another project, but I'm gonna go ahead and cheat and call this free too, and I'm gonna stick this in here with some 2A tape after I cut it out, clean the case up, and cable manage, and we're gonna be able to see into here and make it look nice as you saw in the intro. So I'm Timmy Joe. I've got some work to do cleaning this thing up, running some benchmarks. Let's get her going, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. This is gonna be great. See you in hell, Dawid. See you in RGB hell. So, all built up. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Racing Stripes, RGB and all. And I did it on such a small budget. I'm hoping Dawid went a little further with his looks because I'm really banking on the Racing Stripes here to make it, to show you guys that I know how to build a PC. But it makes it faster. So we got the Timmy Joe mod on the side panel here, and this of course does make it so my graphics card doesn't breathe as well because there used to be a grate where now there is a piece of plexiglass, but it looks pretty good for those of you who want to you know, see the green PCB and the stock Cooler Master heatsink on that Intel CPU. So Dawid, did you do better? I'm wondering, but I'm enjoying this PC a little, sorta. Actually, now that I've gotten to know it, it needs something seriously for an improvement. But the numbers won't show that, which is lucky. We didn't do any hard drive load time benchmarks. Spinny hard drive, spinny mechanical 1 terabyte hard drive. So that's where I'm at with this. It is way far into the next day, and I spent the majority of the day just getting the game files and stuff onto this. Now, I could have cheated and just used an SSD, you know, for the testing, but no, I went through all of the strife of using this mechanical hard drive. There was a Windows Update screen that lasted about 45 minutes. Not to mention allocating space and stuff for the games. GTA 5's humongous. Far Cry is pretty big. I used an SSD to copy over the game files, but just the setup process that Steam does to like verify the files, oh my god, it was making my keyboard inputs lag while I was trying to do other things on this PC. It was very slow. So this would be an excellent PC with maybe a RAM upgrade to 16 gigs and an SSD. This thing would fly. And I have somebody in mind for this PC, so I might be giving it to a friend or something like that, so we'll see. So we need to know benchmarks, and I did some benchmarks, and we talked and made sure we were doing the same thing, so hopefully this will translate well. But we'll start off with Firestrike, and in Firestrike I got a lovely GPU score of 17,288. That is a very good score for a GPU. This is a very powerful GPU, and I could have been screwed getting it because if the power supply thing wouldn't have worked out, I mean, if this thing started black screening halfway through my gaming benchmarks, I would have been screwed. But it worked out, so I'm super happy about that. So I got a CPU score of 6164. That's definitely the low point, the bottleneck of this system, but it didn't affect it too much because that combined score of 11,728 in Firestrike is very respectable. That's like a RX 580 score with a decent CPU. So really not a great CPU in this, but the graphics card's making up some of the, you know, the leeway there. I'm actually surprised it did as well as it did. Moving on to Cinebench R15. She's not looking so hot here. If Dawid has any i7, he blew me out of the water. Even a first gen i7. Any i7, I'm dead in this Cinebench. So we got 130 single threaded score and a combined score of 479. Didn't even break 500 in Cinebench. So I think that's where Dawid might have got me, but it remains to be seen. We'll see. So moving on to the gaming benchmark, starting off with Grand Theft Auto 5 with all the settings set exactly as Dawid sent me. I got an average of 97 frames per second and a 0.1% low of 59. Absolutely acceptable with this thing. I was expecting the 1% lows to be pretty bad, but getting an almost average of 60 in GTA, that's super good. Moving on to CSGO, an average of 207 with a 1% low of 63. That's playable. That's competition-y playable at 1080p. That is, you could run a high refresh rate monitor on this and play CSGO and maybe crank down a couple of settings and still you'd be absolutely fine. So this thing, no problems with CSGO. And then Far Cry 5, a CPU intensive benchmark. That's why I wanted to include it in, you know, the other two are more GPU bound or whatever. Far Cry 5, we got 78 on average at high. That's pretty dang good with a 1% low of 57 using the in-game benchmarks. So there are my benchmarks, everything laid on the table. And basically, I said it at the beginning, but I'm $25 over budget. So I will have 10 points removed from my total score here when it's all said and done. So I'll have to watch Dawid's video and see how he fared. But this is where you guys come in. If you love me, and I know Dawid's got way more people watching him lately, but you love me, your old boy Timmy Joe, go over to the straw poll on the link below. Give me some votes, baby. Give me some votes. That's 20 points. I'm pretty sure whoever wins the looks competition is going to be the winner. And I mean, I got racing stripes. I went tasteful. I could have like sticker bombed this thing out. I could have did something weird. But I think what I did here is something acceptable that anyone could appreciate. A little side window, you know, a little cutout, a little bit of plexiglass, some pumpkin lights. Like, I'm not joking. These were from my jack-o'-lanterns. I had to clean jack-o'-lantern jizz. I had to clean orange, whatever you call that stuff, the guts. I had to clean the guts of the pumpkin off of the bottom of these things so they would stick with the two-way tape inside there. But all in all, I had a lot of fun with this PC build. Maybe he's gonna beat me in a couple of the benchmarks here and it'll edge him ahead. We'll have to see how it all fares out. But go, vote, straw poll below. It ends in a couple of days. We're gonna, Friday morning at like 9 Eastern is when the voting stops. So go vote now, go watch Dawa's video, give him a chance, I guess. But I'm at Watch Timmy Joe Instagram and Twitter. Go follow me on the Instagrams and the Twitters, please. And click the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button. And you know, if you're coming over from Dawood and you never saw me before, what do you mean? I came before Dawood. Dawood's kicking my butt. I'll see you guys later. Help me win the thing. I don't know. Whoever wins gets to host the follow-up video on Friday on their channel. That'll be the thing. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Sleeper Racing PC. You know it goes super fast.